Track 1 was the first track written for the album. I wrote this in a dressing room in Perth. The recording process of it, Gary Lightbody from Snow Patrol had given me a guitar that was made out of a whiskey barrel, and I got down to the studio with Jake Gosling, who made the first one, and I had this beautiful new guitar, and I was just trying it out and decided to record that song, and it was done within about 2 hours. I'm a Mess came about 28th of December 2013. There was so much going on at the end of last year, both professionally and personally, and my mind was just mushed and squeezed, and but that was the breaking point, I guess, that song, and that was me expressing a lot of things through one song. I wrote it in my shower, so I sat on the floor with my guitar and wrote it. It's one of my favourites on the album. It's definitely one of the most heartfelt. Sing came about, I went into the studio with Pharrell, which was quite a cool thing for me. I'm a big Pharrell fan. He played me the riff of Sing, and I was like, no, I'm not, I don't know if I can do anything on that. And he was like, man, you should just give it a try. And I was like, nah, I'm good. And he's like, fine. And we moved on to the next idea, and then I was playing a riff on my guitar, just kind of absent-mindedly in the corner, just doing this riff, and he was looking at me being like, do you know what you're playing there? And I was like, oh no, it's just a riff. And then he played the beat that he'd already played, and it was the same riff. And he was like, see, stuck in your head. And I was like, okay. Photograph was written in a hotel room, and Johnny McDade from Snow Patrol was there as well, and I bought a Lego X-Wing fighter, and I was going to make it and give it to him to give to his sister, who's a primary school teacher, and they were going to have it for the primary school kids. And as I was making this thing, he was playing a loop. As he was playing that, I was just humming stuff, and then I started going, loving can hurt sometimes. And that was the only bit that I had, and he was like, oh, there's something in that. And then we built on the track more and more and more, and within 2 hours it was done. Area C was written on a patio overlooking a lake in Nashville. That song was basically about an experience I had at the Grammy Awards. I'd gone there with my girlfriend at that time, and we both didn't really fit in at all. We're both from completely different worlds to what the Grammys were. She's got electric blue eyes, like as blue as if you see the holiday brochures of the Tenerife, as blue as that sea. So that was what the reference was originally. Fire was one of these songs that I never imagined writing. I always write from personal experiences. I got an email from Peter Jackson saying, can we have a song for The Hobbit? And I was like, sure thing, mate, I'm on the next plane to New Zealand. Yeah, the song was one of the quickest songs I've ever written, and actually recorded in the place that it was written. It was in a tiny, tiny little side studio.